Hi there. In the previous video, I showed you guys how to host your unified network controller in a Docker container on a Synology NAS. And if you recall in that video, by the way, if you haven't watched that video, please go ahead and watch it so this video makes more sense to you. And if you recall in that video, I mentioned a few times that we are not going to touch the networking part. Matter of fact, I took out the networking part out of that video because I didn't want it to be so heavy and fluffy. So in this video, I'm going to decouple that section and we are going to discover the networking part of that Docker / Synology situation. If you go to Docker in Synology, and if you go to the network section, you can immediately see that there is an add button here. You can click on add and you can create a network. Matter of fact, I can do it. I can go ahead and say this is my test network, get network configuration automatically, or I can assign an IP address and gateway and click on add. The moment I click on add, the test network is created, but look at the driver. And I don't need this type of network. Bridge doesn't function for me, especially when I want the container to be reachable from the outside world. And if you're really good in Docker, I'm not, you might come up with a better solution. Feel free to comment it in the comment section below if there is a better way to do this. But so far, I haven't been able to find anything that I could, just like a VM in VMware, I could add a network card and be able to communicate with that VM within the network. As far as I've seen, bridge type network connection is only good when your container wants to reach out, not that things or services want to reach to your container in Docker. And of course, there's port forwarding. I know you can do it, but macvlan is kind of closer to what I want. And this is how I linked my containers to the network using a macvlan driver. But as you just saw, I cannot go and manage this one and change its setting to a macvlan type of network. So it's not possible. It's a limitation of the GUI, I suppose. So the only thing I can do is to delete it and create a macvlan adapter. As you can see, I already created one. And as I said, the GUI doesn't allow you to do it, but you still can do it through the CLI. If you go to Control Panel, and if you go under Terminal and SNMP, enable SSH on your Synology and access the Synology from the terminal. So let's close this one. I have a session already open to my Synology NAS, and a list of commands that you need to execute in order to create that macvlan is listed actually here. So if I go ahead and create a network and set the type to bridge with the subnet and gateway, yada, 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 then I'm able to create what I just did here, or just like this one. Matter of fact, I can just try and say this is a test bridge. Let's change this to 19 so I don't get a conflict with anything else. And let's just copy and paste it into the terminal in Synology. And okay, I guess I don't need to really put in a name here. Network adapter is created. Network type, whatever you want to call it. And this is our test bridge. If you take a look here, it's a bridge. And like I said, we don't really need it. The second type that I created in this case is a macvlan adapter. And if I want to go and create this one, I already have aux1. So let's just create a new one. And we're gonna get an error. And the reason is, aside from the IP overlap, because I already use this range in my network, Let's just change it to 129 and paste it again. I'm still gonna get that error because the interface bond 0, which is an ether channel to the network switch, is already being used. It's already attached to this particular one, aux01. But if you haven't created that, you should be good. In my situation, if I want to delete it and create it for you, I have to say goodbye to all these containers, and it's a lot of work to assign the IP addresses again. And yeah, you heard me saying assigning the IP addresses. And yes, there's a caveat in the previous video. If I go to my containers and, for instance, turn this off, turn this one off, and turn the Unify controller, this particular one, back on, it's gonna get another IP address. And that's not what I want, because that defeats the whole purpose of having a service in the first place. There are times that DNS doesn't help you. You really want to hard code the IP address of your services in your network, for instance, DNS. I'm not able to do anything without DNS. So this is the reason you need to bind the IP addresses to a particular container. And I'm going to show you later how. But you should be fine. As long as you put in this command in your Synology and you don't have a macvlan adapter assigned to a particular interface, in this case bond 0, then you should be good. So this is how you create this. So far so good. Now on the last point, how do we assign a static IP to a container? If you go to Synology and type in sudo docker network list, you can see that there is a list of networks that I already created in Docker. This one is a bridge, this one is a macvlan, this one is the default in Synology, and so on and so forth. So what does it do for us? Every network in Docker has an ID. Take note of that network ID. I'm gonna list all of my containers. And as you can see, this is the Unified Network Controller and it has an ID. You need to take note of your container ID and the network that it's assigned to. In this case, my Unified Network Controller is assigned to aux01. Paste it here. This is my net ID. And this is my container ID. Container ID. Now, as the next step, we should disconnect our container, which is this one, which is this guy, from the network that it's attached to. So the network in this case is this one. The container is this one. Matter of fact, if I ping Unify now, you can see I got this IP address and it's responding. If I execute this command in Synology, there's no more Unify. So now my container is disconnected from the network. Now what I should do is to go and, hold on a second, grab an IP address, fill it up here, grab the network ID and the container ID. And make sure you type in, let's actually ping it again. Let's type in sudo and execute that command. And just like that, our static IP address is now assigned to that container. That's how you assign static IP addresses to your Docker containers in Synology. If that's the case for Docker itself, I don't know about that. So this is how you can take care of the networking part in a Docker container in Synology. And I guess we've covered everything that I wanted you to know about the Docker networking in Synology. So I hope this video has been useful to you guys. If it was, give it a thumbs up and consider subscribing. Peace out.